Son, there's nothing. Flying's done, the testing's done. Time to go racing. Paul Doogie, if you can hear me over in the pit area, I'm going to assume you got boats ready to roll. That's a good sound.
We do. Yep, you can hear that turbine engine start to spool up as Jimmy Shane heads out and away from the dock. 6, Elm Street Bank, they will be the first on the course. We've got Dustin Eccles getting ready to go at the 440.
Fastest qualifier, our new course record setter, the U6, the Miss Home Street. Like to take this opportunity while the boats are on the water, we have to be out of the water. So parents, if you've got kids that are in the water, they need to get up on shore. We can't have people in the water swimming or in the water at all while the H1 Unlimited hydroplanes are on the race course. They are on the course now, so we ask your assistance in making sure we get everybody up and out of the water. It is for their safety as well as the safety of those on the race course. 3 minutes and 25 seconds to the start. Now, I will do my best to explain what is going on here, but this is what we call the race before the race. When the drivers come out of the pit area and come across the lake, they are not going to race in assigned lanes. They don't know what lane they're going to race in. They fight for that lane by positioning themselves correctly on the race course versus their competitors and versus the start-finish line and the clock. As we saw with the GPs, you don't want to jump the start because you incur a penalty and you're not going to win. Tom Thompson in the Chartreuse and Carnival Orange, U11, goes down toward the lower end of the race course following Jimmy Shane. Here comes Dustin Eccles in the bucket list, the 440, the little orange boat. Following him slowly is J. Michael Kelly. Now, part of this procedure is the boats can cut the race course. They can cut the race course from the front stretch to the back, from the back stretch to the front stretch at the top end of the race course. There are certain areas that they're aware of that they cannot go through because of patrol boats and so forth, but there's wide areas at each end of the race course where a driver could cut the race course and perhaps position himself in a better position for racing when we get there. And we are 1 minute and 58 seconds away from the start of Heat 1A. It is presented by Team 1 Nissan in Albertville. Coming up on 145. So far, nobody has done anything fancy on a 2.5 mile course like this. And thank you, J. Michael Kelly. He's going to show you what a cut looks like from the back stretch to the front stretch. Now, when Jimmy Shane and Tom Thompson come down, they're going to find JMK and watch him put himself in lane 1. That just moved everybody out of lane. Nice move by Kelly, and I like his timing. You do not want to be at the start-finish line at 2 minutes. Well, it's 1:18 right now. So Kelly with a terrific move to get lane 1. Now they will go down to the lower corner. They must maintain 80 miles per hour while they are on the race course before the start. If they go down below 80 miles an hour, a beacon light begins to blink on the top of the air scoop, and they will get a warning from the officials. They get one warning. The second time that beacon comes on, they get disqualified. So a great move by J. Michael Kelly right out of the box here in Heat 1A, and he's got his boat in lane number 1. Now it is all about those timing marks. They want to put their boat on this start-finish line when the clock hits 0, and they want to be doing about $1.85, and they want to have a whole bunch of clean water. We'll see how well they do it. Coming up on 25 seconds until the start. Looks like one boat up there. There's 4. Kelly is in 1. Kelly's in 1. Shane is in 2. Thompson is in 3. Eccles will be on the outside. We said about a 10-second run off of that buoy. They're inside 10. They're in 8. Now it's that timing mark. We are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, and that's going to be a legal start for everybody. And it's Tom Thompson that takes them across the line in the U11. J&D's presented by Reliable Diamond Tool. Now hard down that lower end of the race course. Lanes 1, 2, and 3 were tight. Who gets there first? It's J. Michael Kelly. Oh, but there is Jimmy Shane. Shane on the outside, sticks the blue and white, goes out in front of Kelly. Now is pure acceleration down the backstretch. Shane on the outside. Got a couple of boat lengths on Kelly. And hidden in the spray is the U11 with Tom Thompson. Thompson's back in third. Then it is Dustin Eccles in fourth. Now, this is where the inside lane will play. It'll pay dividends to JMK. He's got a shorter race course up at the top end. Shane on the outside, Kelly on the inside. Only about a boat length and a half between the two. Shane has got to give Kelly room. He certainly did. Gave him plenty of lane space. Nice legal racing there by Jimmy Shane. We're going to go 3 times around the race course. It is Jimmy Shane in the home straight, coming out to put one in the books. J. Michael Kelly showing some tremendous speed. He is hanging with our top qualifier. You can see how important it was for Kelly to get inside of Jimmy Shane, and now he's only 2 boat lengths back at the exit pit. Great racing here in our Heat 1A, presented by Team 1 Nissan. Shane outside makes it about a 3 boat length lead. JMK on the inside in the Graham Trucking. Tom Thompson's now dropped back about 2 rooster tails. Shane opens up to about 3, maybe 4 boat lengths, but this is where the advantage comes into play for J. Michael Kelly. Kelly doesn't want to let him go. Shane's got to give him a lane space. Lane space is determined and measured as 30 feet. Plenty of distance there between the buoy and Jimmy Shane for J. Michael Kelly to run clean through there. Jimmy's running him really clean. Here comes Jimmy to put 2 in the books. He has 1 more to go, but Kelly doesn't want to go away. Kelly just flat doesn't want to go away. He's going to let Jimmy know I came to race.
Attention, Patriots, this deal's for you. Here's a free mystery box. Take it. It's yours. Go ahead, skip the ad if you hate free things. Or keep watching because we are giving these outdoor mysteries.
3rd place will go to Tom Thompson in the J&Ds presented by Reliable Diamond Tool. And our 4th place boat is Dustin Eccles. And and look at Kelly now. He's up to within 2. Mikey trying to make a race out of this. Dustin Eccles comes by. He is in 4th place. Shane Kelly. I got half a hunch we're going to say that about 10,000 times this summer. Shane and Kelly hooking up right out of the box here in the 2019 H1 Unlimited racing season. Now, this is going to determine who wins our Heat 1A, our first heat of racing here. And look at Kelly. Kelly's going to pull up within a boat length and a half. You notice Shane tightened up the corner a little bit too, but still certainly legal. This is it. The checkered flag flies. H1 Unlimited Racing, and it's going to go to Jimmy Shane in the home street. Home street back, Jimmy Shane. J. Michael Kelly right with him. How about that? How about that right out of the box for H1 Unlimited Racing 2019 style? That looks pretty good. Tom Thompson, after a terrific start in lane 3, will come home in 3rd place in the J&Ds, presented by Reliable Diamond Tool. We are being told, and this is an important point, but I think we all knew this, the start was good. They were actually a little bit tardy. Apparently everything was good in that heat. There have been no calls made whatsoever. Dustin Eccles in the Bucket List Racing comes home in 4th place. You see J. Michael Kelly and Jimmy Shane drive. Well, they were side by side there going alongside the causeway, and I'm sure they were looking at each other, letting them know, I just wanted to let you know, Jimmy, that I got a red boat here, and it is pretty darn fast. Whoa, if that's the way we start the weekend, I can't wait to see how we end it. That was a good one. Appears to be the U12, the Graham Trucking with J. Michael Kelly. You heard Jimmy Shane talking about that red boat with that splash of silver and black on it that was flashing. It does look good. That boat was all red a year ago, and it looks good on the water with that black and silver. I like it. Bert Henderson coming down in the 7, the Spirit of Detroit, hailing from Rockville, Ontario. Here's a good sight to see Corey Peabody in the Graham Trucking American Dream, the U-96. Great looking hydroplane. It is Dustin Eccles driving the 440 Bucket List Racing. A little dark up at the top end of the race course, but the water conditions still look very good. 2 minutes and 56 seconds, 2:56 until the start. We saw some shenanigans in the Heat 1A score-up process, the race before the race. We saw J. Michael Kelly make a great move to get the inside lane away from Jimmy Shane and Tom Thompson. Now we got to watch to see if something like that would happen now. The boats are spread all over the race course as we come up on 2:30 to the start of our Heat 1B, presented by Team 1 Nissan. Here comes JMK. He has not put his foot in it at all. The boat is running at about 80, 90 miles an hour. Remember, he has to keep it over 80 miles an hour. If he doesn't, he will incur the wrath of the officials. But right now, he is out there all by himself as we approach 2 minutes. 2 minutes until the start of Heat 1B. Bert Henderson, the U7, heads across start-finish line. Corey Peabody, boat's got a little bit of compressor stalling. I think he's going to have to watch Corey and see if Bert's going to have to go all the way around, see if Corey maybe doesn't put a loop right here, and there he goes. Corey wasn't in a good spot on the race course. He's okay. He just was going to get down to that corner, and here comes JMK. He's going to come across. We're 1:30 until the start. Now watch Bert. Bert's going to cut the course because he doesn't want to go all the way around at a $1:25. Same can be said for Corey Peabody. Watch both of them cut the course and come back to front. Here comes Bert. Corey will come in behind him, and they will go down and get them. Now they could still cut the course again if they wanted to. But coming off the lower corner right now at 1 minute, J. Michael Kelly. He was making a little maneuver there with the Bucket List Racing. I wasn't sure if they were getting close together. I don't think so. They just got covered up by a little bit of Bert's rooster tail. Corey's going to have to cut the course. Corey, go back over to the backstretch again. There he goes. Takes the 98 and takes it over to the back chute. They will all hook up JMK up the top end of the course at 40 miles an hour, or excuse me, 40 seconds, even though he's all by himself. He's up there a little bit early. He's got to maintain 80 miles an hour. He's at 28 seconds at the entrance pin. I think he'd like to be up there around 22. So he's going to have to scruff off a little bit of speed. Watch Bert Henderson, see if he can't get a run at this thing. We're 15 seconds away from the start. It's going to be Kelly in 1. It's going to be Henderson in 2. It's going to be Peabody, I think, in 3. And then it'll be Bucket List is going to be in 3. On the outside, it'll be Peabody. We're 2 seconds, 1 second. Mark, and this one's ragged. What we call a ragged start. The start is official. It is good, and it's J. Michael Kelly. Poor Corey. Corey comes across. He was way late. He was just never in a good spot on the race course. So that's what we call a ragged start. Not at all like we saw in our Heat 1A. So it's all JMK coming off the corner, but Bert Henderson has got him in his sights, but he's already about a rooster tail and a half back from J. Michael Kelly. But Bert has got his foot in it. Look at Henderson come on the outside. Bert is now in the rooster tail. We might have a race here yet. Henderson on the outside. You're going to see the red nose. There he is. Henderson on the outside is going to make a boat race out of this. Now he's got to leave room just like Jimmy Shane did, and that's given J. Michael Kelly all kinds of room. But they're going to come down side by side. Bert Henderson in the red boat on the outside. J. Michael Kelly on the inside. We go 3 times around. If you could pick a leader on that one, you're better than I am. That's dead even. The 2 red boats. Good looking run down the front straightaway. And look at Dustin Eccles so far holding off Corey Peabody, and he's holding him off on the outside. We're in a second of 3 times around the race course. JMK's opened up a little bit by sitting on the inside. Bert Henderson still playing around on the outside, staying in the right side rear view mirror of J. Michael Kelly. Kelly up the backstretch, boat real smooth. He's got about 3/4 of a rooster tail on Bert, but he knows Bert is there. Now Bert will try and make a charge as they get to the entrance pin of the corner up here. This is lap number 2 of 3. Big wall of water off both boats up there. JMK slides it out to about lane 2. and he will come down and put 2 in the books, but he's got Bert Henderson right in that right side rear view mirror. Henderson spared to Detroit, looking to pick up 300 big points here as Kelly flies the 12 across the start-finish line. And I think what you may be looking at right here is Bert Henderson saying, all right, I'll let you do that. I'll let you do that because I'll pick up my 300 second place points. But now look at the race we got coming off the top end of the course. Corey Peabody has now found his way past Dustin Eccles, but Eccles is going to stay right there on the outside. They've got 1 lap to go. The racing right now is for 3rd place. Dustin Eccles, what a day they've had today. Their first ever 150-mile-an-hour lap, and now he finds himself hooked up against his good buddy, Corey Peabody. Peabody's down there first, but there's Dustin. Dustin by a boat length. Top end of the race course. Jim Michael Kelly will come down and pick up 1st place. Henderson squares up. He will come down and take 2nd, but the race is up the backstretch. Corey Peabody trying to run down the bright orange as the checkered flag flies for Michael Kelly and the checkered flag flies for Bert Henderson. Now, top end of the course. Who is going to pick up 3rd place? Corey Peabody closes it up at the top end. Dustin Eccles right with him on the outside. There's 225 points at stake right here. There is Dustin on the outside. From here on out, it is nothing but pure acceleration. Mash the gas, fly the front end, get the boat out of the water, and get it down to the checkered flag. Oh, this is going to be close. This is going to be close, and it's Dustin Eccles. Dustin Eccles pulled it off. Holy smoke, that was awesome.
of our first heat of match racing here on Saturday at the Home Street Bank Cup at Seafair. Up the backstretch, Jamie Nielsen driving the 11, the old Cannery Furniture Warehouse. Your teammate, J. Michael Kelly, behind him and to his right. He will stay on the outside.
He will be on the outside in that Boitano Homes boat, but he's going to come with a full head of steam at that start finish, I guarantee you.
Top end of the race course. Again, the idea, put your boat on the line, full song, with a lot of clean water, and right when the clock strikes 0. Top end of the race course, coming up on 20 seconds until our start. This is where the timing marks are really critical. How long does it take you to get from the exit pin to the start finish line? Nielsen is at that exit pin right now. Kelly's coming on the outside. We are inside 10 seconds until our start. We're inside 5. We are 4, 3, 2 seconds, 1. Mark, and we are racing here in our first heat of match racing at the Home Street Bank Cup at Seafair, and it's Nielsen with a good start, Corey. He's down there with about a 2-boat length lead.
He has rolling that boat down to that first turn. It's a good start. They got Mike on the outside. Jamie's out front right now. I can see Mike in the rooster tail, but Jamie is leading this race right now.
And it's only a 2-lap shootout, and it is the old Cannery Furniture Warehouse and Jamie Nielsen on the outside. But you could see J. Michael Kelly coming on the outside. I think we can see him a little bit on the angle now. When they get to the exit pin, they're going to be dead even, and there is Mike with him. Perfect racing here to begin our racing action on the Ted Jones race course. They're going to come down to put the first lap into the book, and it looks like Kelly may have gotten around Nielsen, but Nielsen, Corey, he's got that all-important inside lane.
He's going to make up some ground on that inside lane for sure. J. Michael is flying that boat like you wouldn't believe. He's coming in, about to make his turn at the entrance with Jamie on the inside, but Jamie's not going away, and Jamie will not go away. So let's see what happens when he comes out of this turn. There's Jamie in the lead. There's Mike coming around the corner. So it's going to be a great next lap.
Deck-to-deck racing here to open our show with the H1 Unlimiteds on the water in the match race. This is the final lap. Remember, these are 2-lap shootouts, so they're going to come down and pick up the checkered flag. Kelly now has opened up about 3 or 4 boat lengths at the top end of the race course, but to Corey Peabody's point, Jamie Nielsen is not going to go away. He's going to stay tight to the buoy row and charge to the start-finish line, but it looks like J. Michael Kelly will have enough to hold him off. Kelly driving the Boitano Homes is going to be our first victor in our match racing today. The old Cannery Furniture Warehouse, the U11, and Jamie Nielsen will come home in second place. Corey, that was awesome.
That was a great first heat. I'm telling you, I bet you anything I can go down there and talk to Mike, and he's going to say he was stressed out beyond belief. Those 2 laps are hard. They're scary. You want the win, but you just want to get that win for your team, but there's not a lot of time to make up. So that was a great heat.
Now, the match race format. We start talking about it a little bit. So J. Michael Kelly moves on. He moves on to the next round. But Jamie Nielsen is not out of this yet. He gets one more chance in a last chance heat. Format, we are inside 1 minute to the start. 50 seconds. I like where they are, Corey.
Yeah, they're in perfect spot. Jeff's up there. He's going to get he's got a little bit of lead on Jimmy. Jimmy's starting to speed it up a little bit, but they'll get up there to about 125 maybe to the entrance, I'm thinking. Maybe a little bit, maybe 120. We'll see, but they're going to come off that entrance, and then they're going to, let's see where we're at, 125. Yeah, at 25. They're going to hit that exit, and they're going to be on the throttle.
Coming up on 20 seconds to the start. You heard Corey say he likes where they are. The idea, put your boat on the start-finish line when the clock strikes 0 and have a boatload of boat speed. It's Bernard in 1. It's Shane in 2. We're inside 10 seconds. Want to hit the line at full song inside 5 seconds. We're 3, 2 seconds, 1. Mark. And we are racing here in heat 2 of our shootout. And Corey Peabody, they come down to the lower corner. They're dead even at the entrance pin.
It's been a good start. So Jeff Bernard in lane 1 comes into the turn and comes out of turn 1 in first place. Just going to dump that wing and keep that boat floating. But you can see Jimmy on the outside there. You see that powder blue coming at him.
Look at the acceleration of the powder blue Home Street. Jimmy Shane showing a lot of speed up the backstretch, but he's now not walking away at the top end speed at the top end of the race course. Remember, we only go around twice, and Jeff is right with him. He's about a boat length and a half back. Shane leaving him plenty of room, driving him clean. They come off the top end of the race course. Home Street Bank on the outside. Good
make up some ground coming down this backstretch.
And this is the importance of that inside lane we've been talking about. You see the blue air scoop of the home street from our angle here. He's moving out a little bit on Jeff, but it's close. That inside lane is so important and so valuable. Jeff is right with him, just as he was the previous lap. He's about 2, maybe 3 boat lengths back. Now it's going to be pure acceleration up the top end of the court. Bernard paints the buoy in the goal in the Goodman Real Estate, but I think he's going to give it up to Jimmy Shane in the home street. But this one is close, but the victory will go to the U1, the home street. Jimmy Shane, just too much speed, but Corey Peabody, another outstanding 2-boat, 2-lap duel in our shootout.
That was a great race for the Miss Madison team. Both boats did it. They hung it out there. They gave a great show for the fans. And what a run by Jeff Bernard. Very impressed. And hopefully he can keep that going and get that win in the match final.
J. Michael Kelly, Boitano Holmes, U9, lane 1, lane 2, U40, Beacon Plumbing. Dave Villwalk coming up on 1:10 until our start.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now available on StreamYard. Have you ever done a recording where your guest just had terrible internet issues? They were blurry, they were free.
3, 2, 1. Mark, 1 minute. 1 minute. White flag goes up on the race course. Now it's a matter of where do they want to be at the entrance pin this time around and exit pin, and then I know where they want to be when the clock strikes 0.
Yeah, the nice thing about the non-80 mile an hour rule right now is they can slow down as much as they want. It doesn't matter, but you know, if some of these things happen in the 80 mile an hour rule, you threw yourself out of the race before it started. But now they can slow down and they can get up here, and they'll start putting their foot into it here pretty soon, because they should have been at the if they were 80 mile an hour, they would have been at that entrance right there at 30 seconds, and they're there at 20. So you're actually going to get to see a pretty decent start, I believe, when they pop off this exit buoy.
It is time to go. It's Heat 3 of the Showdown format. Boitano Holmes and J. Michael Kelly, Beacon Plumbing, and Dave Villwalk inside 10 seconds to the start. We are 3 seconds, 2, 1. Mark, it looks like Dave Villwalk's going to get the jump in the U40. Beacon Plumbing getting across the start-finish line first. Got a mighty nice-looking boat ride, but Kelly's right with him on the inside. Back about 3 boat lengths, Corey.
It's a good start. It's a legal start, and Dave Villwalk on the outside there showed J. Michael Kelly just what kind of speed he has. He's rolling up that backstretch with Mike on his inside, but man, Dave Villwalk is just flying that boat.
He is flying a boat. He's got about a 3-boat length lead at the 3/4 mark in the backstretch in front of all those boats in the logbook. But you see the importance of that inside lane. Look at Kelly hang right with him. He's back about 2 boat lengths. That is all. Villwalk driving him clean, leaving him plenty of room on the inside lane. Now they're going to come down with the first one in the book. They get the white flag. There's only 1 more to go. But Dave Villwalk is really rolling, Corey.
Dave is showing what he can do. A 67-win racer right there. So he's on that outside, not letting anything stop him from beating J. Michael Kelly. But Mike with the inside lane is now, I believe he's out in front of Dave right now. But now you see the orange coming from the outside, and Dave's putting his foot into it. But Mike has a lot of speed from half track to the entrance. So we'll see what happens on this backstretch right here.
Yeah, top end speed looks to be really strong in the U9 to Boitano Holmes. J. Michael Kelly trying to run down Dave Villwalk. If he's going to do it, he's going to have to do it in the top end. He is pulled up dead even. They're going to get to the exit pin. Actually, Kelly's going to get there first by about a half a boat length. Got the acceleration to the finish line. So far, we have seen that Villwalk has had it, and I think he might. But man, they are close. It is too close to call. I'm not sure if I have to bet, Corey. I think the Beacon Plumbing and Dave Villwalk was the victor, and he was.
That was a heck of a race.
Holy cow, sorry to jump on it. I'm excited about
Jump
that.
away. Jump away.
Wow.
That was a great heat. That was well driven by both drivers.
What a corner at the top end of the race course by JMK. You mentioned it going up the backstretch that he had great top end speed. He was able to carry that speed into the corner, pull up alongside, and he actually at one point I think had a slight lead over Dave. But it was that darn acceleration out of that 40 that got him to the finish line just ahead of Mike. That was good.
That was a great heat. Way to go, guys.
Yes. Jamie's got to come rolling all the way down. We'll see what Jeff Bernard does behind him. if they stay in these lanes.
Well, you see Jamie, he just went way out, so he's trying to scrub as much speed as he can. So Mike's right on the buoys, and Mike's in the best spot. Even Jeff's going out there, so Mike's looking good.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting up the backstretch. This is that fight for lane piece to the puzzle. We are inside 1 minute to the start. 1 minute. And right now we're down to 50 seconds. 3 boats. We're going to go 2 times around the race course. We're fighting for lanes. First and second place finishers are going to join our field in the winner-take-all final. Up the backstretch now with 39 seconds. Still Jamie out in front of the pack, then Jeff, then Mike. We'll see how they fan out in the lanes when they come down off the top end of the race course.
Jamie was able to do a pretty good job at scrubbing a lot of speed, but he's going to come around that corner, and these guys are going to go blowing by him when at the start because he's pretty early.
But he's going to leave it in lane 1. So Jamie is going to sit in lane number 1, still coming down with 14 seconds. Looks like Jeff's going to run in lane 2. JMK is going to be on the outside. Looking at the watch, we're inside 10 seconds. Here comes the count. Here comes the boat speed. We are 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 1. Mark, and it's going to be Jeff Bernard with the boat speed from lane 2. He's going to roll by Nielsen. So is J. Michael Kelly. The start is under review, Corey, so we got to monitor the radio, but all 3 of them hit the corner together. But Jeff Bernard had a beauty of a start if it was legal.
He was out there. He was up. He was the first one across the line, I believe, but I can't tell from where we are. But Jamie's running a great race there in the lane 1, but Jeff is really pulling away from all these guys.
Yeah, Jeff's pulling away, and you can see J. Michael Kelly on the outside. You can see him through the rooster tail of Jeff Bernard and the Goodman Real Estate. And they have a penalty on the U11. The old cannery furniture warehouse has jumped the gun. The other 2 boats are apparently legal. So it is Jeff Bernard coming down to put 1 in the books. And again, Corey, there's only 1 more to go. This is a 2-lap shootout.
That's right. So right now these guys are going for it. It's Jamie jumping the gun, and these 2 are automatically in the final. So they need to make sure they watch their lights and keep their run legal so nobody gets kicked out after the gun jump of Jamie.
So this is the final lap, and if we have the information about the U11, so do our 2 drivers out front, Jeff Bernard and J. Michael Kelly. Remember, both of them would advance to the final should they finish in this order. But right now, it is the Goodman Real Estate and Jeff Bernard by about a rooster tail and a half up the backstretch over J. Michael Kelly running on the outside. He's running a bigger race course than everybody else. Knowing Mike, he's going to give this a valiant effort, but I think also at some point he's just got to say, go ahead, go. I'll take the second place in advance. Here comes your apparent winner of our last chance heat. It is Jeff Bernard in the U91 Goodman Real Estate. Nice boat rate, flying it as he comes across start finish. Then it is J. Michael Kelly finishing in second place. Jamie Nielsen will come down and finish in third. We are being told by the officials Jamie does not have to run an extra lap. They're not going to make him take a third lap. So that was the finish right there. The U91 in first place, Goodman Real Estate. Second goes to J. Michael Kelly in the U9. That's the Boitano Homes. And the U11 Old Cannery Furniture Warehouse will come home third. That's on the water. They've still got to go through tech inspection.
There's another part of this, which is the tech truck. So, you know, nothing's official until it's actually official. These they got to watch their lights, they got to watch their fuel, their N2s, and all that stuff. There's a lot going on in these cockpits of these boats, and it's very stressful when you're trying to run these types of speeds on the rules that we have, and watching the fuel and watching the N2 while you're driving these boats, and also driving around people. It's pretty difficult. Yeah, Dave's cutting the course at 3 minutes 25 seconds. He's going to come in here. He's got to watch out for Jimmy right here. Dave does not